When a big bank like VTB releases a financial report, it's more than just numbers. It's a health check for the entire economy. These reports are like a yearly physical for the financial system, giving us a snapshot of how well the bank is functioning and, by extension, how stable the broader economy might be. Every figure, every percentage point, tells a story about what's happening behind the scenes. Imagine a bank as the heart of a country's finances. If it's strong, money flows and businesses thrive. If it's weak, everyone feels it. Just like a healthy heart keeps blood moving to every part of the body, a healthy bank keeps money circulating, helping families buy homes, entrepreneurs start businesses, and companies pay their employees. When the heart falters, the whole body suffers, and the same is true for the economy. These reports aren't just for investors. They affect jobs, prices, and the confidence of families and businesses. When a bank is doing well, it can offer more loans, support more projects, and help keep the wheels of commerce turning. But if the numbers show trouble, it can mean tighter credit, layoffs, or even higher prices for everyday goods. A rising profit can mean more loans for homes and businesses, while a drop might signal trouble ahead. For families, this could mean the difference between getting a mortgage or not. For business owners, it could affect whether they can expand, hire new staff, or even keep their doors open. VTB is Russia's second-largest bank, impacting millions of people and thousands of businesses. Its reach extends across the country, touching nearly every sector, from agriculture to technology, from small shops to major corporations. The decisions made here ripple outwards, shaping the financial landscape for everyone. Its financial health is a window into the Russian economy. When VTB is strong, it often signals that the economy is on solid ground. But if the bank faces challenges, it can be an early warning sign of broader issues that might affect us all. So, as we look at VTB's latest numbers, remember, we're not just reading a balance sheet, we're uncovering clues about everyday life. These numbers can hint at whether jobs will be created or lost, whether prices will rise or fall, and whether people will feel secure about their future. Are things getting better or worse? Are families and businesses feeling secure? The answers are hidden in these reports, waiting to be discovered by those who know how to look. By understanding these numbers, we get a clearer picture of our world. We can see trends before they become headlines, and we can make smarter decisions about our own finances and futures. It's like being an economic detective. The clues are all right here. Each chart, each line of data, helps us piece together the bigger story of where the economy is headed. Let's dive in and see what VTB's report really tells us. We'll break down the numbers, look for patterns, and try to understand what they mean for all of us. Because in the end, these numbers shape the world we live in. They influence our opportunities, our security, and our hopes for the future. So, let's pay attention, because understanding a bank's report card means understanding the story of our lives. Here's the headline. Let's take a closer look at what's making news in the world of finance today. On November 28, 2025, VTB Bank, one of Russia's largest financial institutions, released its financial results for the first 10 months of the year. This announcement is always closely watched by investors, analysts, and customers alike, as it gives a snapshot of the bank's health and performance. The key number everyone's talking about? Net profit. That's the amount left after all expenses, taxes, and costs are subtracted from total revenue. It's the bottom line that shows how much the bank actually earned. VTB's net profit for this period reached a staggering 407.2 billion rubles, a figure that highlights the sheer scale of the bank's operations and its ability to generate significant earnings. Compared to the same period last year, that's a 0.6% increase. While it may seem modest at first glance, it's important to remember that even a small percentage rise can represent a huge amount of money for a bank of this size. It might sound tiny, but for a bank this size, even small changes mean billions. These incremental gains can have a big impact on future investments, lending, and the bank's overall stability. This slight uptick signals stability. No crisis, no boom, just steady business. In a volatile economic climate, that kind of consistency is often seen as a positive sign. For customers and businesses, that's reassuring. Their bank is on solid ground, continuing to serve their needs and safeguard their assets. The big picture, VTB earned a huge sum, just a bit more than last year, showing that the bank is maintaining its position in a competitive market. But why was growth so small? What's behind these numbers? Is it market conditions, regulatory changes, or something else entirely? To find out, We need to dig deeper into what those billions really mean. Let's break it down and uncover the story behind the numbers.
407.2 billion rubles is a massive number, hard to picture. It's the kind of sum that feels almost abstract, like something you'd only see in government budgets or the world's largest corporations. But what does it really mean in practical terms? For most of us, it's a figure so large that it's difficult to relate to our everyday lives. To put it in perspective, let's break it down and see how it compares to more familiar numbers. Let's convert it, using the exchange rate at 78.25 rubles per US dollar. That's about $5.2 billion. Suddenly the number becomes a bit more tangible. You can start to imagine what $5.2 billion could buy or represent in the global economy. That's roughly the cost of building a major international airport from scratch, or the annual profit of a leading tech company. It's the kind of money that can fund massive infrastructure projects or drive innovation at a global scale. And yet, this is VTB's profit in just 10 months. A single bank generating this enormous sum in less than a year. Break it down even further. Over $17 million in profit every single day, day after day, regardless of weekends or holidays. Imagine running a business where, after paying all your expenses, you still pocket $17 million daily. That's the scale we're talking about here. An operation so large, its daily profits dwarf the annual earnings of many companies. This puts VTB among the world's financial heavyweights, standing shoulder to shoulder with the biggest banks on the planet. For global investors, converting rubles to dollars isn't just a math exercise, it's what allows them to compare VTB's performance to banks everywhere, from New York to London to Hong Kong. So, this isn't just a Russian story. VTB's profits are part of the global economic puzzle, influencing markets and investment decisions far beyond Russia's borders. These numbers help investors decide where to put their money, weighing opportunities and risks in a world where capital moves across borders in seconds. That's why understanding the true scale of these profits matters, not just for bankers, but for anyone interested in how the global economy works. Now, let's take a closer look at how VTB actually earns this profit, and what drives such impressive financial results.
Net profit is what's left after a business pays all its bills. Think of a coffee shop. Revenue comes in, but costs, beans, rent, wages, taxes, come out. What's left is net profit, the real earnings. For VTB, it's the same, just on a massive scale. The bank earns money from loan interest, fees, and services. Its biggest costs? Paying interest to depositors, salaries, branches, and technology. After all revenues and costs, VTB's net profit is 407.2 billion rubles. This money belongs to shareholders, who decide, pay dividends or reinvest for growth. That choice shapes the bank's future. Net profit is the ultimate scorecard, showing if the bank is truly succeeding. It's not just about big numbers, it's about what's left after everything else. That's why net profit matters most.
VTB's 0.6% profit growth is almost flat, steady, but not exciting. In business, growth is expected. So why so little? One reason, a slow economy. If people and businesses aren't borrowing, banks can't grow profits. Another factor, competition. Other banks and fintechs force VTB to offer better rates, squeezing margins. Or maybe VTB is playing it safe, lending only to the safest borrowers, reducing risk but also limiting growth. Sometimes, stability is a strategy. A tiny growth rate could mean VTB is consolidating, not chasing risky expansion. It's a sign of caution in uncertain times. For now, VTB is choosing stability over rapid growth. That's the story behind the small number.
Zoom in on October. VTB's net profit was 26.4 billion rubles, down 11.1% from last October. That's a sharp monthly drop, raising eyebrows. It hints that something changed late in the year. One possible reason, VTB set aside more money for bad loans, expecting some borrowers might not pay back. Or maybe the bank's investments lost value as markets shifted. Sometimes a big one-off expense can hit profits hard. 1 month doesn't make a trend, but it's a warning sign. The steady year hides bumps beneath the surface. Will this dip continue? Only time will tell. For now, it's a reminder. Even stable banks face sudden challenges. the story isn't over yet.
Three main levers drive a bank's profits. First, net interest margin, the gap between what the bank earns on loans and pays on deposits. Central bank policies can widen or squeeze this margin, affecting profits. Second, business volume. More loans and deposits mean more earnings if margins hold steady. When the economy is strong, people borrow and banks grow. Third, bad loans. If more borrowers default, profits drop fast. Economic shocks can turn expected profits into losses overnight. VTB's October dip may reflect rising bad loans or market losses. These levers show how sensitive banks are to the economy. Even small changes can have big effects. That's why every number in a bank's report matters.
VTB's performance ripples through the whole economy. A healthy bank means more loans for families, entrepreneurs, and factories, fueling growth. If banks stop lending, businesses stall and jobs disappear. On a national scale, VTB's lending decisions can boost or slow the entire economy. The Russian government, as VTB's main shareholder, benefits from its profits, funding public services. A profitable bank strengthens the state. A troubled one can trigger costly bailouts. That's why governments and citizens watch these reports closely. VTB isn't just a private company, it's a pillar of economic stability. Its success supports millions of lives. When VTB thrives, so does the country. That's why these numbers matter to everyone.
So, what's the verdict on VTB's 2025 journey? The story is one of stability, 407.2 billion rubles in profit, up just 0.6%. Not spectacular, but solid, reassuring in uncertain times. The near-flat growth hints at a cautious approach, balancing risk and reward. October's 11% dip adds a twist, reminding us that stability can hide volatility. Is it a blip or a trend? We'll know when the full year's results are out. VTB's numbers reflect Russia's broader economic mood, resilient, but watchful. This isn't just a bank's story, it's a snapshot of the nation's financial health. The next chapter will reveal if caution pays off or if new challenges emerge. For now, VTB stands strong, but the future is still unwritten. And that's why we'll keep watching.